Captain Doodle on scene. Water. Essential to a relaxing time in the hot tub on a quiet, chilly night with the hotties. Also, essential to putting out fires. It smothers, it cools, it steams, it cleans, it's heavy. So, how do firefighters get it to the fire? In today's episode, we will discuss the many ways firefighters put the wet stuff on the hot stuff. Let's get started. If you've ever seen a breaking news coverage on a large fire, you may have wondered where the water comes from or how they got it there and why there's so much of it. Do they have an endless supply of water? How much water is coming out of those thingies on top of that thingy on the fire truck? As you may have guessed, firefighters carry water with them, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Let's look at 4 ways that they get the wet stuff to the hot stuff. Tank water. The average fire engine or truck, and yes, there is a difference, carries 500 gallons of water in their tanks. This much water is good for fighting smaller fires like dumpsters, mom's SUV, small brush fires, grandma's shed full of weed, and so on. A skilled firefighter can put out a large fire with very little water, compared to a less experienced numbnut rookie that wastes water. Now, let's say it's a semi truck pulling a container full of Twinkies, and the Twinkies are on fire. We all hate to see Twinkies go up in flames. Their plastic wrapper burned pretty fast, and 500 gallons of water may not be enough. Keep in mind that their hose is bigger, longer, and girthier than yours. Har har har. Get your head out of the gutter. I was talking about your garden hose. The lowest setting on their nozzle is 90 gallons per minute, which means they have 5 minutes of water till the tank is empty. When it runs out, they then have to drive the engine to the nearest hydrant to get more water or call for another fire apparatus to bring them their water. Hopefully, they don't lose all the Twinkies in the process of getting more water. This is where a good captain can anticipate what's going to happen and be a step ahead. Captain Doodle would have estimated how much water is needed to put out the Twinkies and called for another apparatus right away, eliminating the delay, thus saving the Twinkies. In reality, all the Twinkies must be thrown out, including the unburned ones, anyways. Catching a hydrant. If they have to put out a structure fire, then tank water is not going to cut it. They'll need a lot more water. No choice here but to catch the hydrant on the way in. Catching a hydrant obviously means stopping at the hydrant and connecting to it before going to the location of the fire. They can potentially use upwards of 2,000 gallons per minute in a large structure fire. Once they're connected to the hydrant, they can use as much water as needed to put out the fire. It's like a cheat code for unlimited ammo. Drafting. Please tell me that you guys know who Snuffleupagus is. Picture in your head that the engine is Snuffleupagus and he's sucking water with his trunk to fill up his tank. When drafting, the engine pulls alongside a water source like a pond or a lake, then drops a giant straw called a hard suction. No paper or pasta straw here. It has to withstand a lot of suction and it cannot collapse. This is not practiced that often. Most towns or cities have hydrants, but if they can't find one and your nice, refreshing swimming pool is accessible, they won't hesitate to suck all your water out. Relay and water shuttle ops. If the nearest hydrant is a long, long ways away, these two options are available. Relay is when they daisy chain multiple engines together so they can reach a distant fire hydrant. This is like connecting multiple extension cords together. Water shuttle is simply shuttling water or an engine going back and forth to the hydrant to keep replenishing water used on the fire. Picture a waiter that keeps refilling your cold beer every time your mug is empty. It's gonna be a long night, buddy. They can use any combination of these methods to put out a fire with water. This is an oversimplified explanation I've given you, but I think you get the picture. There's limitations to each method that I'm not getting into in this video. Which method do you think they avoid at all costs? Thanks for watching, and as always, like, share, and subscribe. Well, bye.